Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another exciting episode where we uncover the secret treasures hiding in your pocket change. Today, we dive deep into the story of top of the most mysterious and valuable coins ever minted in Australia. First up, the 1966 Elizabeth II 20-cent coin with no mint mark. This coin isn't just metal, it's history, it's rarity, and for some collectors, it's a dream come true. In 1966, Australia made a monumental change. The country switched from the old pounds, shillings, and pence system to a brand new decimal currency. This was a turning point for the Australian economy, and with this change came the birth of brand new coins, including the famous 20-cent piece. That year, millions were produced, but among them, a few stand out like rare diamonds in the rough. Now, most 20-cent coins from 1966 are ordinary, but not all. Among the ocean of these coins, there exists a special group, those with no mint mark and certain unique features. These rare coins, especially those in excellent condition or with striking errors, have captured the attention of collectors around the world. What makes them so valuable isn't just age, it's a mix of history, design, condition, and demand. These coins feature the elegant profile of Queen Elizabeth II on one side, a regal image symbolizing the authority and heritage of the Commonwealth. On the reverse is the stunning Australian platypus, designed by Stuart Devlin. It's not just a coin, it's a piece of art, a national symbol, and a collector's gem all in one. What sets the rare 1966 20-cent pieces apart is the striking detail and the minting anomalies. Some versions were struck on thinner planchets, some have double strikes, and others have incredible luster that make them pop under the light. But the ones that really get collectors excited are those with no visible mint mark and flawless, uncirculated condition. Many collectors and experts believe that these rare 1966 coins were unintentionally created during the rush to produce the new decimal currency. In the frenzy to meet the deadline, a few coins with exceptional differences made it into circulation. And today, those few are considered treasures. The value of these coins has skyrocketed over the years. In top condition, especially if graded by professional services, a 1966 Elizabeth II 20-cent coin with special features or minting errors has sold for hundreds, even thousands of dollars. That's right, a small coin once worth just 20 cents can now be worth more than your monthly rent. Just imagine finding one of these in an old drawer, in your grandparents' coin jar, or even in a box at a garage sale. It's not just a lucky find, it's potentially a life-changing discovery. And with coin values continuing to rise as more people enter the collector's world, the demand keeps growing. The rarest versions are often in brilliant, uncirculated condition. That means no scratches, no wear, as if they just came out of the mint yesterday. These examples are considered the holy grail for coin hunters, and auctions have shown fierce bidding wars among passionate collectors. You may be asking, is this coin really that valuable? And the answer is a loud yes. With the right features and condition, these coins have reached record prices in private sales and auctions. One rare version even sold for over $4,000, making it one of the most valuable 20-cent coins in Australian history. If you own a 1966 20-cent coin, don't dismiss it. Examine it closely. Look for signs of uniqueness, extra shine, weight differences, or any minting irregularities. You never know, you might be holding on to something truly extraordinary. And for those new to coin collecting, this is your moment. Start checking your change, visit local coin shops, and study the traits of rare coins. The journey of coin collecting is thrilling, educational, and sometimes extremely rewarding. Every time someone finds one of these rare 1966 coins, it's like striking gold. It reminds us that history is always close, sometimes even in the palm of your hand. These coins represent more than currency. They tell a story of national transformation and artistic craftsmanship. So, ladies and gentlemen, don't underestimate the power of small things. A coin might seem like just pocket change, but in the right condition with the right features, it becomes a ticket to treasure. The 1966 Elizabeth II 20-cent coin proves that history, art, and rarity together can turn something ordinary into something extraordinary. Next up, the 1968 Australia Elizabeth II 20-cent coin. A coin that might just be hiding in your drawers or old collection boxes, waiting to reveal its true value. This is more than just metal, this is a story of history, rarity, and increasing worth. The 20-cent coin from 1968 may look common at first glance, but there is much more beneath the surface. With Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse and the iconic platypus on the reverse, this coin holds a timeless appeal. Designed during a period of economic and cultural evolution in Australia, this coin is now gaining serious attention from collectors and investors alike. Minted just 2 years after Australia officially adopted decimal currency in 1966, the 1968 version continued the tradition of quality and symbolic design. However, the number of 20-cent coins struck in 1968 was significantly lower than previous years, adding to its scarcity. Coins with low mintage often grow in value over time, especially when they survive in pristine condition. What truly makes the 1968 20-cent coin fascinating is its potential. While it may not have mint errors as dramatic as some earlier releases, collectors are starting to recognize the coin's rising demand. The coin's beauty, age, and limited survival in high grades have begun to push its market value upwards. This is not just a theory, it's a growing trend. Coins from the 1960s are now seen as the golden age of Australian decimal coinage. And as time passes, fewer high-quality examples of these coins remain. Many were lost, damaged, or heavily circulated. But for the few that remain sharp, well-preserved, and untouched by time, the rewards are growing. Currently, a circulated 1968 20-cent coin may fetch between $2,000 to $10,000 depending on condition. However, the real treasures are the ones that are in uncirculated or proof condition. These can sell for up to $22,000 or more when graded by professional services. And as interest in vintage coinage continues to rise, so too does the potential for future increases in value. Some auction houses have already noted the growing attention this coin is receiving. Collectors are constantly searching for pieces that complete their sets. And the 1968 issue has become a must-have for anyone collecting Australian 20-cent coins from the early decimal years. This demand creates competition, and competition means higher prices. Looking to the future, this coin holds impressive investment potential. As more collectors enter the hobby and as more people begin to appreciate the early years of Australia's decimal transformation, the 1968 coin stands ready to rise. Its scarcity, historical significance, and timeless design all contribute to its increasing allure. What makes this coin even more powerful is the story behind it. It was minted during a time of change, under the reign of a young Queen Elizabeth II, and symbolizes a nation stepping confidently into modern times. Every time you hold one, you're holding a piece of that legacy. This is not just a coin, it's a time capsule. The design by Stuart Devlin, the platypus in motion, gives the coin a dynamic energy that still fascinates collectors today. And with Queen Elizabeth II's profile on the other side, it remains a piece deeply connected to the monarchy and Commonwealth history. These artistic and symbolic layers elevate its status beyond currency. The value of rare coins is often driven by nostalgia, history, and uniqueness. And the 1968 20-cent coin has all three. It's more than a financial asset, it's something you can pass on, something that tells a story, and something that grows in worth while it waits in your collection. Collectors often regret not acting sooner. As values rise, yesterday's common coins become today's prized possessions. This 1968 piece has already shown signs of upward movement, and all indicators suggest that its best days are still ahead. Now is the perfect time to seek it out, preserve it, and keep it safe. Whether you find one in your coin jar or purchase it from a reputable dealer, make sure to check for condition. A coin with strong luster, sharp edges, and no scratches can be worth exponentially more than a worn example. Proper storage can help preserve its value for decades to come. As coin collecting grows globally, Australian coins are receiving new attention from international buyers. That includes the 1968 20-cent coin. Collectors from Europe, North America, and Asia are now eyeing Australian currency, and as international demand increases, so do prices. Ladies and gentlemen, The 1968 Elizabeth II 20-cent coin is a silent treasure. One that many have overlooked, but the wise are beginning to understand. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, this coin represents an opportunity, a chance to own a piece of Australia's legacy and to hold something that may one day be worth far more than anyone expects. Next up, the 1970 Elizabeth II 20-cent coin. This isn't just a piece of change, this could be the beginning of an incredible discovery in your coin collection. The 1970 20-cent coin is one of those quiet giants in the world of Australian numismatics. On the surface, it looks like any other 20-cent piece, featuring the timeless portrait of Queen Elizabeth II on one side and the beautifully designed platypus on the reverse. But once you look deeper, especially into its condition, demand, and scarcity, you realize this coin holds far more value than its original face. This particular year marked a period of growing confidence in Australia's decimal currency system. The transition had taken place only a few years earlier in 1966, and by 1970, the Royal Australian Mint was focused on creating reliable, high-quality coins to stabilize the new system. The 20-cent piece from that year was part of that effort, and as a result, it carries historical weight. Even though many of these coins were minted, finding one in top condition today is a challenge. Time, circulation, and general wear have wiped out most of the pristine examples. The real treasure lies in those coins that have survived in untouched, brilliant, uncirculated condition. These are the coins that collectors across Australia and around the world are now eager to get their hands on. There is something incredibly special about holding a 1970 coin that looks like it just came from the mint. Sharp edges, perfect detail on the Queen's portrait, and that shimmering surface can make all the difference. Collectors know this, and they're constantly hunting for high-grade specimens to add to their sets. The demand is very real and growing fast. At the moment, the value of a circulated 1970 20-cent coin can range between $1 and $5 Australian dollars. But that's only the beginning. When graded professionally and found in mint or near mint condition, its price can rise to $5,000, $10,000, or even $25,000 in some cases. For proof coins, the value can go even higher if sealed in collectible packaging. What makes this coin even more desirable is the growing number of collectors who are focusing specifically on decimal-era coins. The 1970s are becoming one of the hottest areas in Australian numismatics, especially for collectors looking to complete year sets or find coins with historical context. As more people join the hobby, the buyer pool expands and so does competition. Many collectors are drawn to this coin not just because of its condition, but also its symbolism. The early decimal coins mark a time when Australia was modernizing, developing, and shifting its identity. The 1970 coin stands as a proud symbol of that change, a piece of the country's financial evolution. The Queen Elizabeth II profile on this coin represents stability and continuity within the Commonwealth. It connects every coin holder with a historical lineage, and that connection adds emotional and cultural value. The other side, the swimming platypus, showcases Australia's native wildlife and national pride. This powerful combination gives the coin aesthetic and historical depth. Each year, the number of high-quality 1970 coins in existence drops. Some are lost, some are damaged, and others are locked away in long-term private collections. That's what makes this coin rarer with time. And as rarity increases, so does value. That's one of the strongest principles in the world of collecting. Collectors are actively searching for this coin through online auctions, coin shows, antique markets, and private dealers. In numismatic communities and forums, there are constant discussions about where to find 1970 20-cent coins in better condition. The interest is growing steadily, and if you have one, you are in possession of something highly sought after. So, how many people want to buy it? Thousands. Across Australia, the UK, Canada, and even the US, collectors of Commonwealth coins are always seeking to complete their decimal coin sets. This specific year, 1970, holds a unique place in the timeline, and its scarcity in top grade makes it even more attractive. If you own a 1970 20-cent coin, now is the time to inspect it. Look closely at its shine, its surface, and its details. If it looks unusually crisp or untouched, you may have something very special. Consider getting it appraised or graded, because its maximum value could be waiting to surprise you. The top sales for this coin have reached well over $30,000 for pristine, professionally graded pieces. And the ceiling isn't fixed. As more time passes and demand increases, the maximum value could easily double or triple. This coin has already shown upward momentum in auction houses and will likely continue climbing. Ladies and gentlemen, coins like the 1970 Elizabeth II 20-cent are not just metal tokens. They are time machines, investment pieces, and cultural artifacts all at once. They carry the story of a nation and reflect the tastes of a generation. They're a piece of the past that can secure a brighter financial future. Don't underestimate what you have. Don't ignore what's sitting quietly in a forgotten container. That small round coin from 1970 might just be your hidden fortune. Check your collections, visit your local coin dealer, and start asking questions. You might already be holding the treasure you didn't know you had. Next up, we're talking about the highly underrated yet rising in demand 1982 Elizabeth II 20-cent coin. If you have one of these in your pocket, drawer, or collection, this could be your silent asset waiting to be discovered. The 1982 20-cent coin is part of Australia's decimal coin series, a system introduced in 1966 that marked a massive change in how the nation used its currency. This specific year, 1982, was not just a random minting period. It was a time of national and economic maturity where Australia was beginning to shape a modern identity. Each coin minted during this time reflects a confident nation and growing stability. This coin features the effigy of Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse, designed by Arnold McKin. It's one of the most recognizable profiles of Her Majesty, a lasting tribute to her reign and influence across the Commonwealth. On the reverse, we once again see the fluid and graceful image of the platypus, designed by the masterful Stuart Devlin. This iconic combination makes every 20-cent coin a miniature piece of numismatic art. Now what sets the 1982 coin apart isn't just its appearance. It's the fact that many of these coins are disappearing from circulation and high-quality versions are becoming increasingly rare. Coins from the early 1980s are now over 4 decades old. That's more than enough time for the majority of them to wear down, be lost, or damaged beyond collectible status. This makes surviving examples in excellent condition extremely valuable to collectors. In the numismatic market, condition is everything. A 1982 20-cent coin that is circulated may not raise eyebrows. But the same coin in uncirculated or proof condition has already started to gain traction among coin enthusiasts. Some professionally graded examples have sold for upwards of $1,000 to $2,500 Australian dollars. That is a powerful leap for a coin that started its journey with just 20 cents of face value. One of the most fascinating aspects of this coin is the increasing demand. Online coin communities, Facebook groups, auction platforms, and dealer listings are filled with posts by collectors searching specifically for early 80s decimal coins in high grade. The 1982 coin is becoming a prized find among those looking to complete date sets or those focusing on coins from the final years of McKin's effigy. This interest isn't just limited to Australia. International collectors, especially those who focus on Commonwealth coins, are actively buying Australian decimal coins. That's because these coins offer rich history, brilliant design, and limited availability in top condition. The 1982 20-cent coin, therefore, is beginning to attract attention from buyers around the world. Its growing value is also driven by the shift in collecting trends. More and more collectors are turning their attention to coins from the late 70s and early 80s, a period that was once overlooked but is now recognized for its historical significance. The 1982 20-cent coin is perfectly placed in that timeline, making it a potential gem for future appreciation. Let's not forget that numismatic value doesn't always come from rarity alone. It also comes from the coin's role in history. This was a coin used during a time of social change, technological development, and increasing global presence for Australia. It has passed through the hands of people who built the modern Australia we know today. That connection to real lives and real moments adds a powerful layer to its story. Some examples of the 1982 coin also show strong strikes, deep luster, and exceptional finish, especially in mint sets or coins struck for collectors. These details matter to serious buyers, and when preserved correctly, they drive up value exponentially. That's why coins from this year in original packaging or untouched storage often perform the best at auctions. How many people want this coin? The numbers are climbing every month. More than just casual collectors, serious investors and even young numismatists are entering the market and specifically searching for these types of coins. It is estimated that hundreds, possibly thousands of collectors in Australia and beyond are actively seeking high-grade 1982 20-cent coins to complete their prized collections. So, what is the current value? In circulated condition, you might see prices ranging between $1,100 to $3,000. But don't let that fool you. That's only a baseline. In brilliant uncirculated condition, the price can easily move toward $5,000 to $8,000, or even $9,000 depending on the coin's appeal and preservation. Rare examples in proof sets or graded by third-party services like PCGS or NGC can command even higher prices, sometimes pushing beyond the $13,000 mark. And that's not the limit. As interest continues to grow and fewer top-grade examples remain available, the value is expected to climb. This coin holds the potential to become one of the most desirable among 20-cent collectors in the coming years. Its mix of age, beauty, and increasing rarity makes it a prime candidate for future numismatic success. Many coin dealers have already reported a decline in the availability of quality 1982 coins. That's a clear signal. When dealers can't easily restock and demand continues to rise, prices surge. That's exactly what we're beginning to see. The smart collectors are acting now, securing their 1982 20-cent coins before the value jumps even higher. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your opportunity. The 1982 Elizabeth II 20-cent coin is no longer just an ordinary piece of pocket change. It is a rising collectible, a historical artifact, and a potentially lucrative investment. If you own one, treasure it. If you find one in excellent condition, protect it. And if you're lucky enough to come across a proof version, know that you've discovered something truly special. Whether you are new to collecting or a seasoned numismatist, don't overlook the quiet power of this coin. The 1982 20-cent piece carries not just metal value but historical and collector energy that continues to build. You don't need to wait for decades. Its value is rising now. So check your drawers, your coin jars, and your family's old collections. That single coin could be worth far more than you think. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and join us for more incredible discoveries. The world of coins is full of hidden wealth, and the 1982 20-cent coin is proof that greatness often comes in the simplest form.